Today, I'd like to showcase something very close to my heart, my hometown. This one is very special, even for me. But first, let me get ready for the day.
We stand by the fire, your tiny hand in mine. You're 5 feet off the ground. You rest on my shoulder. The stars convey the light, so fragile in the night. In this moment, forever be, forever be.
I want to show you what Pedong is all about, what it's like and what all you can expect here. So I'm going to tell and show you some 6 to 8 things and places which will probably convince you that Pedong is actually an awesome little place.
The night fades like a whispered song as time rushes on. Oh, it won't be long, fading now until we're met.
You see, when tourism first reached Pedong, the region from Reshi River all the way to 20th mile was being marketed as Pedong. And historically, Pedong does fall as the center for this entire region. And that is the same region that I'm going to be covering today. Firstly, let me tell you a little bit about the origins.
Pedong means the land of the fir tree. And this is that fir tree from which it gets its name. This tree was the landmark for Pedong in the old days. It is some 200 years old and there is now a mandir around it, and it is kind of revered by all locally. It is located right in the center of the Pedong Bazaar.
Now, Pedong does have a lot of things when it comes to travel. It is very raw in its form and it has a lot of nature.
For instance, there is this place called Silence Valley. Beautiful little hidden spot right in the middle of the jungle. It is amazing to see what nature can create when allowed to be its own artist. So it seems it used to be a small lake once upon a time, and the original local name for this place is Pokhari, which means a small lake or a pond. So what we have now is the lake bed, which is what we see today. You can drive right near to it through the forest road and then walk down towards it. The next thing that I'd like to show you is a place which has had road access only in recent years. And so, I would like to take you there myself. This is DUKA Falls at DUKA village. This waterfall is around most of the year, and in fact it is like a double waterfall with one on top of the other. They have also made a small park beside it, which it seems is still under construction.
You know, it used to take about 2.5 hours from my house to reach here when we were kids, when we were in school. And today, it took me approximately about 18 minutes to reach this place on my motorcycle. Things have really changed.
With road access now, this has allowed it to be easy for anyone to reach it. As the routes and roads to this place has hardly any traffic, one can also hike up to this waterfall. And speaking of hiking, the most beautiful hiking experience at Pedong is probably the DAMSANG hike. This is a place that makes you feel that you could literally spend an entire day out here. The Damsang Gadi or the Damsang Fort is old ruins of a bygone era which tells you stories of an old kingdom in the region. Other than the historical aspect, this is by far the most mesmerizing hiking trail that you can enjoy in the region. You can also drive up to the area, but this may require you to be a little more adventurous, probably with some scratches on your vehicle. But off-road motorcycling here is an absolute delight, right up to SILLERY GAON. Now, within this forest area is also SILLERY GAON, and this can be accessed via a hiking route from Damsang or through its own dedicated forest road. SILLERY GAON is a little village in the middle of the jungle, which in recent years has become not so little due to its sheer tourism. The entire village is full of homestays as tourism is its main source of income. This village is a true example of how tourism can change the lives of people, even in an extreme rural setup. The forest route further from SILLERY leads to a viewpoint called Ramithe, and it is a beautiful walkway. However, I was not able to capture Ramithe on a clear day. Basically, from Ramithe you get to see approximately 14 turns of the river Teesta along with Mount Kanchenjunga on the side on a clear day. So I'm back here for lunch. This is Silk Route, one of the oldest hotels and restaurant at Pedong. And I am having that for lunch. Silk Route, among others, is famous for its wood-fired pizzas. A serene rustic ambience is what Silk Route is known for. It also has cottages for lodging and currently runs more like a travel hostel on the lodging front. As you are almost crossing Pedong Bazaar, you come across this road that goes upward. This is the way to Upper Pedong, and it is absolutely delighting on its own. As you go up, you will reach this particular place called Milan Top. It is a beautiful viewpoint for the surrounding areas. And right here is a hotel with a rooftop restaurant from where you can enjoy all of these wonderful views. You can also go further up from here, right up to the top and the end of the road. And it may be an adventure on its own, as the road turns into off-road after a while.
In all of these places, when doing all these sorts of things, it feels amazing when you reach a place like this. It may be a small spot in the middle of the pathway, but look at it.
This is CROSSHILL at Pedong. Another place of historical importance with some great views. This cross was erected in 1882 and its history is related to the Roman Catholic missions to Tibet, also known as the South Tibet Mission. CROSSHILL and Milan Top makes for one of the most beautiful sunsets at Pedong. But my personal favorite reason to visit CROSSHILL is this little cafe just below it. A cozy, almost surreal little place. From CROSSHILL, you can continue to go further down the road, which will connect to Kashong and then to the Mansung road.
Once you reach this bifurcation, you can take the left. The left is actually more beautiful currently than the right. Both of these roads will connect to the Mansung road.
This route is my current favorite for evening rides, for sunsets, and the golden hour. Sometimes we underestimate the very place that we live in. We are so busy in exploring the world that we fail to recognize the very beauty that lies right in front of us. Pedong is a beautiful place, no doubt about that. And there is so much that I still did not cover, but that is for you to discover if you ever plan a visit here. As a travel destination, a place like Pedong is all about slow living. It's about taking your time to explore its little nuances.